Good afternoon. This is the constitutional advocate Kudres King. Today is the 26th of the December year 2024. It's Thursday. And again, I'm going to interpret the new issues of the human beings in the Pakistan. Today we have to understand that which are the primary factors leading the human beings into the social discrepant behaviors as to reform the confrontational statements, likewise the judicial statements. So I'm going to address the new challenges in the public sector. When I observe the cyber crimes in the public sector, I am totally out of my memory. First of all, we have to construe the elements of the Prevention of the Electronic Transaction Act 2016. Thereafter, we observe the unlawful content, Section 34 of the Prevention of the Electronic Transaction Act 2016. So, Section 34, unlawful content, wherever we observe on the face of record, likewise prima facie over the surface of any devices, thereafter we observe the unlawful content, and thereafter a lot of the individuals, they have become millionaire, trillionaire or billionaires, and thereafter they want to have the reciprocity effects of the such incomes. That is called the black source of income unless proved under the transitional depository sanctions of the state institutions. But we are not willing to observe such channels of the economical resolution under the legal hierarchies in the Pakistan. Thereafter, the secondary question which I observed at the promotion of the prostitutes in the public sector at the pointations of the apostasy, sentimental disorders, religious anarchies. This is an offensive attitude of the public in the public sector, that they have become offensive as to have the bread and butter, and meanwhile they want to ascertain the undue profits, credits and undue reliance of the technical zones, and they don't have the reciprocating incremental ways of executions into the inclined positions of having the perpetual observations of the scientific resolutions of the human resources evaluations, specific performance for the time being. So the humans, they are not willing to address their incremental resolution of the way of execution of living in the public sector. They are doing stunts. Such activities, principal activities, would be amounted to the principal crime of the publicity stunts. So if anyone who is considering the amount to be ascertained through the publicity stunt, there appears to be a series of crime in these depictions of the criminology, in fact in the adverse relationships of the human beings in the states of the Islamic Republic of the Pakistan, which we are not willing to observe so far as I observed today. A lot of the individuals, they come forward in the domains of the electronic Prevention of the Electronic Transaction Act 2016. Thereafter, they become subject of the Benami Transaction Act 2017. Thereafter, they become subject of the Article 183 of the Constitution of the Islamic Republic of the Pakistan. After that, they want to contest the writ petitions under Article 199 of the Constitution. Thereby, they don't have the resolution points of the incremental way of the consolidated statements of the accounts of the reliance to the bank statements of the certification documentations, executory points. So they want to ascertain, due to having the cold weather, I'm suffering out of the sneezing and flu, so forget about this. I'm observing that the human beings, they don't have the resolutions of or the revelations of the Islamic hierarchies in the Pakistan. The colleges and the universities are portraying to be a product of the narcotics, drugs depictions in the factual obedience and thereafter disobedience. And thereafter we observe the reliance of the females trafficking in the public sectors. The males trafficking offense is the new offense which I observed under the Pakistan Penal Code PPC, which should be amended as far as I observed to the Legislative Committee of the Pakistan, because they are not considering my judicial verdict or as a confessional statement for the evaluation of their better prepositions of the upcoming generations. Their generation in hand, they don't have the proper valuations of the economical sanctions applied in Pakistan, and they are doing this stunts in order to ascertain the moderate lines of the working domains. And while executing one's life in the public domains amount to several types of the offenses, likewise the offensive behaviors and crimes as well. But apart from these things, the individualism, due to I have raised this point over and over again, and I don't have a time, that's why I'm speaking fluently and rapidly without having a time specification. So I observed that the such females have become vagabond approved criminal of the state. They are defending, a lot of the females lawyers are defending the criminals of the state in the public sector while having the reciprocating adverse relationship. Likewise, see prohibited consolidated funds from the Benami Transaction Act 2017. Such females are confined in the public sector as to buying and purchasing such properties which are called the Benami transaction, and such females bequeath such properties through the criminologies, in fact in the adverse relationship through their clients. This applies to the lawyers communities females as well. So as far as I see, under the Qanun-e-Shahadat order, all of the articles of the Qanun-e-Shahadat would be 1984 shall be applied in stricto sensu application of mind, has to involve the furthermore consolidated bank statements of those individuals who doesn't have the proper banking values, who doesn't have the proper reconciled way of the ascertainment of the fees from their clients. They are doing, if they are doing the black sorts of the practices in the public sector, therefore they have to prove those consolidated statements, constitutional litigations under the article 199 through the writ petition 199 in the High Court for the trials. So they are not representing their trials in the public sector, they are hiding beside such trials, and they want to have the consolidated bank statements through having the black source of the incomes and expenses, and they don't want to recover the balance of inconvenience caused by them to the state expenses and income, as well as they are just causing the economical nuisance. This is a new term which I have invented in Pakistan. Now I'm going to write a book on that topic as well, economical nuisance in Pakistan because of the criminal practicing or criminally backstating or having the backdrops of such criminals to provide them shelter of pursuit of happiness. They are doing these things, and they expect modesty and honesty and decency and the morality and the ethics. Those words would not attract to the Qanun-e-Shahadat order 1984, and Qanun-e-Shahadat 1984 overtakes all the laws in Pakistan. Stay blessed. Take care.